Here is a short story based on the moral lesson from Rumpelstiltskin. Once upon a time in a small kingdom, there lived a poor miller who had a beautiful daughter named Clara. The miller was always boasting about Clara's talents, but one day, he went too far. In an attempt to impress the king, he claimed that his daughter could spin straw into gold. Intrigued and greedy, the king summoned Clara to the palace. He led her to a room filled with straw and said, "If you can spin this straw into gold by morning, you shall marry my son and live a life of luxury. But if you fail, you will face severe consequences." Terrified and knowing she couldn't fulfill such an impossible task, Clara wept. Suddenly, a strange little man appeared in the room. "Why are you crying?" he asked. Clara explained her predicament, and the little man said, "I can spin the straw into gold for you, but you must promise me your firstborn child." Desperate and with no other choice, Clara agreed. The little man spun the straw into gold, and in the morning, the king was amazed. True to his word, the king announced Clara's engagement to his son. Years passed, and Clara and the prince were happily married. They soon had a beautiful baby girl. Clara had forgotten about her promise to the strange little man until he appeared one day, demanding her firstborn child. Horrified, Clara begged him to take anything else. "Please, I'll give you all the gold and jewels I have, but don't take my child." The little man considered her plea and said, "I will give you 3 days. If you can guess my name within that time, you may keep your child." Clara agreed, and for the next 3 days, she tried every name she could think of, but none were correct. On the third night, Clara sent her maid into the forest to see if she could find The maid returned with news that she had overheard him singing a song by a campfire, revealing his name, Rumpelstiltskin. The next day, when the little man returned, Clara confidently said, "Your name is Rumpelstiltskin." Furious that his name had been discovered, Rumpelstiltskin stomped his foot so hard that he created a hole in the ground and disappeared forever. Relieved, Clara embraced her child, realizing the importance of honesty and keeping promises. She knew she had narrowly avoided a terrible fate and vowed to live with integrity and truthfulness from that day forward. Clara and her family lived happily ever after, with the kingdom respecting her for her honesty and the lessons learned from her ordeal.